Okay, India's Governor Shaktikant Das said that in this era of uncertain global environment, Indian economy performed remarkably well. As we told you, MPC decided to keep repo rate unchanged at 6.5%. He also said that MPS continues with stance of withdrawal of accommodation, and he categorically said that inflation is expected to soften further in 2024. Well, global growth is expected to stay steady and grow faster in 2024, and domestic economic activity has remained strong, with GDP growth being above 7%. He also said that inflation outlook to be considerably influenced by uncertain food prices. Retain's average retail inflation projection was at 5.4% for the financial year 2024. Also, RBI is to set up a cloud facility for the financial sector to enhance data security and privacy. Proposed to hike e-mandate for recurring payments to ₹1 lakh from current ₹15,000. India better placed to withstand uncertainties compared to many other countries. That is what the RBI governor categorically said. He said RBI is to remain vigilant and ready to act as per the evolving outlook. He also said the relative stability of the rupee reflects the improving macroeconomic fundamentals and its resilience in the face of formidable global tsunamis. The RBI governor mentioned that as forex reserves stood at $604 billion as on December 1st, RBI remains confident of meeting external financing requirements comfortably. He also mentioned about the vegetable prices. He said intermittent vegetable price shocks could once again push up headline inflation in November and December. And now let's get more inputs from our correspondent Shyama Mishra joining us from Mumbai. Well, Shyama, for 5 times in a row, the RBI MPC has kept the repo rate at 6.5%. That is unchanged. What can you say about that?
And with the 6th time, the entire year is completed. Last year on 8th Feb 2023. The key rates were changed, and now it's whole 1 year that the key rates have not been changed. The RBI has been maintaining status quo. So this time around also key rates were not changed, and the repo rate is maintained at 6.5%. And along with that, like we were mentioning, that the stance of withdrawal of accommodation would also be not changed, and that has also happened. That is also not changed. So the stance remains withdrawal of accommodation. We were also talking about how the projections for the GDP growth rate has to be looked closely. So that is also unchanged. Governor had given this projection of 7%, and today, this time around also it is at around 7% for 24-25. And for Q1 we understand 7%, Q2 it's around 6.8%, and likewise, but it is there in the range of 7%. Governor has also said that he's highlighted, he's emphasized on the few bright points of Indian economy, like the domestic economy has been showing good signs, and also the sowing because of the agriculture, even though due to the low inflation, low reservoir levels, and delayed sowing, the agricultural, the entire activity is seen as a positive one. It is on track, and the governor is also expecting, he has put in a lot of emphasis that the inflation, which is currently out of the target range, out of the comfortable target range of RBI, is coming into a moderate range, and it is expected to moderate further. It has come considerably low, and it is expected to moderate further. So it is expected that within the target range of the 4%, this inflation could come down in coming months. And governor has also shown that positive emphasis on this particular fact, because this was actually a headache for RBI and for the entire economy, because this was not coming into the comfortable range of RBI. Apart from that, you've also mentioned few points where the forex of Indian, the forex is showing good signs. The entire activity, apart from the Indian economy, The international economy activity is also showing good resilience. He has also mentioned that the major central banks, they have not committed to easing of the rates, and this is too early to commit. So the central banks don't want to commit to premature easing of the rates, and that is why the entire markets, not just the Indian ones but the global markets, are closely looking after these decisions. And we also can say this is related to one another. The US Fed has not committed yet to easing of the rates. Even the RBI is watching that step. If RBI is not changing the rates, US Fed or other countries' central banks are also watching this decision. So it is the global, like we mentioned, the entire activity is stitched somewhere or the other. So it is seen that these actions are watched closely. But yes, we can say that Indian economy is currently showing good signs, and as governor is always positive about the Indian economy, he has given several other measures to support further to the Indian economy.
All right. Also, the governor said that the customer or the consumer is the center point, and he said that the banks to provide key fact statement for all retail and MSME borrowers. What can you tell us about that?
He has mentioned that something called as KFS, key fact statement, has been mandated earlier also, but now this has been extended to all the loans for the retailers and MSMEs, whoever is taking the loans. This will enhance, transparency and also allow a customer to make an informed decision. So, has the Reserve Bank of India, the governor has mentioned time and again that the interest of the consumer, the customer, is very important, and giving him the transparency, giving the consumer an entire fact right before him is really important, so that there is no fraudulent activities with the consumer. And that is why this KFS has been extended to MSME loans, to retail loans as well, so that the customer is in the position to not get confused and to make informed decisions.
All right, Shaktikant Das, I think categorically said that job and inflation control not yet finished, but RBI MC kept repo rate unchanged at 6.5%. Thank you so much, Shyama, for joining us and giving us that information. And that's all for this edition of DD India News Hour, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Lipakshi Khurana from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India News Hour.